very simple. And I'm trying to get you to connect everything together so that you have an easier time as we're getting to the more complex ideas about theory in music. So, somebody, number one, what would be the letter name of the note in the space above the high F on the treble clef? What is that technique?
I said G.
Yes. It's just going to keep going. It keeps repeating. Even through the ledger lines and all of that we have seen and we will experience more in this class later. And then below the staff, if you want to know what's right underneath that, one person raised hand, person. It's going to be an F. And if we kept going backwards and adding ledger lines, it would just keep going backwards in the same way we do with do, re, mi, etc. Now everybody look here because these are going to help you. And look, turn over the page, and follow along. If you know one piece of information, which is what I'm giving you, you can figure out lots of other things, whether it's in math or music or whatever. So there are tons of ways to get the answers to what is the name of this note using letters. There are lots of ways to do it. Raise your hand in elementary school if you used like every good boy does fine or face. All right, hands down. Thank you. Or some other mnemonic device, a memory device. Sit down quickly, Kate. The memory devices are helpful, but they don't really help you understand how it works. And I want you to understand how it works. If you remember the mnemonic devices or the memory devices, like every good boy does fine and face, that's fine, use them. But I really want you to understand the concept. So here are some ways you can do this. All right? Number one, we all know where middle C is, and so you have that piece of information permanently. We know that the treble clef has it below the staff on the ledger line, for the bass clef, middle C is above it. You can use that. And you don't need that chart. You can give you the name of any note that I asked you about. As long as you know that, you can say the alphabet, you're fine. And you know the 7 letters are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The second way you can do it is this. This is different for you. I've mentioned it, but it's official. Today, I want you to use this if it helps you figure out the names of the notes. The treble clef always circles a G. That's like a little hint that you don't know unless somebody tells you. So right there, if you draw it correctly, the second line from the bottom, with me, Daniel, is a G. So that is the G. And if you know the G, you can figure everything else out. With the bass clef, the dot, that dot right there, is always located on F. And that's the fourth line from the bottom. It's around these two dots, I didn't write this down, but they surround the F when it is written correctly. So in every piece of music you have, it's always going to be written correctly. And I try to draw them correctly as well. When you draw them, you should do that as well. Your treble clef should circle the G, the second line from the bottom. Your F clef or bass clef should be on the fourth line, that dot. That's why we call this the F clef. It is a nickname that people use. This is called the G clef because of that. So those are two ways you can find the names of the notes. The third is the way that you probably did in elementary school, using the mnemonic devices, going every good boy does fine. I don't care which one you use. It's up to you. But when I ask you a question like this, you need to be able to answer it. When I say what is the letter name, you need to be able to do it. Now I've made this one really simple. So number one, it's very simple because I just told you what is always circled. So somebody tell me the name of this. Somebody who does not play piano. Daniel.
G.
Yes. Now I made that simple because this circles a G. It's always, the second line will always be a G. You can guarantee. Okay, the next one I also made simple because it's the F clef. Sophia. It's on the F, so that is an F. So if I ask you what the letter name is, I don't care what you use what works for you. But that dot is on the F, that's why she was F. Right now this one we know because I've been teaching the last 3 weeks about middle C a lot. I've been saying use middle C. It's sort of like an anchor. So Morgan, this is middle C. She doesn't have to say middle, but it is. That's what middle C looks like. And it sounds like this. Always gonna. Okay, what about this one? This is easy too. Yep.
C.
That's C. So I don't care what you use, as long as you know one thing, you can figure out the rest. Now this is not so easy. but you can figure this out. If you know, if you have one little piece of information. So, take a moment, figure out the name of this note. J. It's also C. There's G there. I could use that. G, A, B, C. I could use my mnemonic device, space, if you know how. If you don't even think about this way. But if you know it, it goes F, A, C, E. That's fine. I don't care what you do. Or if you can only remember middle C, then you can start here. It's kind of big, sorry. And C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I don't care what you do. It's up to you. Next one. Jeremy. It is B. There's F. And when I go down, I have to say the alphabet backward. If you look at that chart I gave you, you can figure that out. F, E, B, C, B. Now somebody come up and put a dot. This is middle C. That's why I put the arrow there. So somebody come up and find that note, where you think it goes on the keyboard. If I ask you to play it, you know where middle C is. Middle C is here. And this is higher, so you're going to go higher on the keyboard. Come, run.
Run.
Just put a little red X. Where do you think it goes? Hurry. Excellent. Now, everybody, before we go to the next one, can you, and girls, I want you to sing this note. Just girls. Go. That is what that G sounds like, okay? Next one is bass clef. Somebody come up and find it. We know where middle C is. It's here. This is lower than that, so we're going to go lower than middle C. Come up. Hey, run.
Okay, slow.
No. I want you to put an X or a dot there.
4.
Hurry, Kate, hurry.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay. So, boys, that is your clef. See? Go. Just boys. That's what that F sounds like. Next. Somebody find middle C. Run, Amarillo, go, fast. Thank you. This is so easy, yes? And we know it sounds like this. Everybody sing perfect unison on that middle C. No up. Now somebody coming. This is the same. Why are we going to do this? It's the same exact pitch. But just in case somebody does not understand that, come up here, Joe. Same exact pitch. That is the same pitch. That's the perfect unison. Next. Somebody come find this. Go. Come. Run. Excellent. Look what she did. That is C. It's an octave higher than this C. That's the one. It sounds like this. Girls. Sing it. Stop. Last one. Jeremy, run.
You're too slow.
Oh, stop. Let's ask this question. Stop. I'm glad you made this mistake. All right. Stop. Listen. Let's just think. We know, everybody stop. Middle C is there. This is way lower. All right, let's see. C would be here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excellent.